I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's what you need to know today. First, a husband and wife have been found dead in their North Georgia home. The couple has been identified as 69-year-old James Steven Reeves and 71-year-old Myra Wilson Reeves. Their bodies were found Friday afternoon in a house near Rome. Authorities say the two died as a result of homicide, but wouldn't say how they were killed. No arrests have been made. A man in a wheelchair was killed in a hit and run over the weekend. 57-year-old Michael Lewis Burns was traveling in his electric wheelchair in Rossville Saturday. He was on the shoulder of the road on Indian Avenue when he was struck around 1:30 p.m. Authorities say the driver who hit him stopped momentarily, then left the scene. An 88-year-old woman has been arrested on neglect charges. Sheila Peterson is charged with the willful neglect, abuse, or exploitation of an adult. She's the mother of Jeffrey Peterson, who is accused of hoarding more than 60 animals in a house in Dunlap. Chattanooga police have not explained any details of the arrest, and the victim is unclear. On Friday, Jeffrey's businesses were busted by the Drug Enforcement Administration. Agents raided holistic health and primary care and hormone replacement specialists in Hickson. One former patient says he believes the clinics were acting as a pill mill. It's been nearly 3 years since the Chattanooga History Center was slated to open, and the museum remains quite unfinished. The History Center was originally set to open in 2012, then early 2013, then 2014. Now, Director Darrell Black refuses to even estimate when the museum will open. For months, the museum has said it needs only a few $100,000 to open up, but last week, Black revealed that the museum still needs more than $3 million, about $1 million to pay off the mortgage, and close to $2 million to build the exhibits. Black was hired by the museum in 2006, despite never having worked at a museum before. He now earns $86,000 a year, and in recent years, both the city and county have refused to give the museum any more money. Now the board is trying to get the remaining money through loans instead of donations. 2 East Ridge Middle School students have been arrested after police say they brought weapons to school. One student had a loaded gun, the other had a knife. Police say the weapons were discovered after a student passed a note to a teacher about it. No threats were made in the incident. The students were taken to the Hamilton County Juvenile Detention Center. 2 people are dead after a crash on Highway 157 in Walker County. Officials say 52-year-old Richard Gwynn Bethune lost control of his car shortly before noon Sunday. The vehicle hit a tree. A 40-year-old male passenger was also killed but hasn't yet been named. The Georgia State Patrol says speed was a factor in the accident. A 23-year-old man was shot in Chattanooga Sunday morning. Deonta Banks was found suffering from a non-life-threatening wound in the Eastdale area. Anyone with information is asked to contact the police. Walker County is spending more than $1 million to build a new community center. The 10,000-square-foot building will be next to a fire station in the Cedar Grove area. The money will come from special-purpose local option sales taxes. The center will include a kitchen and gymnasium and can serve as an emergency shelter. It should be finished in November. A tugboat has breached its hull on the Tennessee River in Marion County. The boat ran aground Thursday night and spilled diesel fuel into the river. Authorities say up to 30 gallons were dumped into the water. The U.S. Coast Guard says there are no signs the spill affected the river, and they don't believe anyone's water will be contaminated. 2 families are demanding 36 years of taxes back from the city of Chattanooga. James Little and Lucy Fryer had their Lookout Valley properties annexed by the city in 1972, but they say the city has never provided promised services, such as sewer, street maintenance, and street lighting. They asked for their property to be de-annexed, but the city council denied the request in 2009. Then they sued the city in 2011, and now they may finally get their day in court. A trial has been set for September 24th. Finally, Eva Dillard is retiring. Dillard has been CEO of United Way of Greater Chattanooga for the past 12 years. She was also the nonprofit's first female president. Dillard worked with the organization for 28 years. Turning to weather, today will be cloudy with a high near 38 degrees. The low tonight will be around 32. That's it for today's news. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.